handled because of the way of the riots for George Floyd. Um, they got like the most Somalians. It's the only place now where they have the call to prayer, the Muslim call to prayer. I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's like it's completely like California light. Like, if you guys aren't from Minnesota, then you might, that was funny, the video. You guys might not understand like just exactly how crazy Minnesota really is. It's just full blown like commie for sure. It's nuts, bro. I don't even know where to begin with this guy, man. COVID became like was like the videos you saw of like California and all those places where the people in the stores were like, oh, excuse me, dad sneeze. With like the people in the store were basically like attacking you because it's so crazy. You know, there's so many liberals. They're like it's entrenched there. And growing up there, I never thought I would leave. You know, that's all I really knew. And it just got so bad. So it's not just Tim Walz as a long term process, but the guy is a huge communist piece of shit. We can just go over a little bit of him, and then if anyone want to click that link, I do have it pinned. We can get into whatever's clever tonight. But Tim Walz, the thing about Tim Walz that I wanted to talk about real quick is I was talking my boy called me today from there. He's one of my good buddies, and he called me and he said that was the pick. And I was like, oh, okay, because I had heard he was on the short list. But he was telling me, since he's still there, that his boy is a freshman in high school. And the way it's set up there now is that the principal came out and made a big announcement about like the transgenders so they don't have to feel like excluded and everything like that. And in the school, the high school, mind you, there's no boys and girls bathrooms anymore in Minnesota, at least at this high school. I don't know if that's all of them or it's just in the city or what, but in my buddy's son's high school, no boys and girls bathrooms. It's just a unisex bathroom with just stalls, just nothing but like stalls when you go in there. Like, do you know how fucking crazy that is? Do you know what's going on in that? I know what's going on in that motherfucking bathroom, and I'm not even there. Who thought that was a good idea that we're just gonna put unisex bathrooms in high school? Obviously, they know what's gonna happen. They want that shit to happen. They want to, promote that type of shit. Get the little girls on the birth control, fuck up their hormones and all that shit. Get them on these pharmaceuticals. I'm sure there's all kinds of shit happening in there. Drugs, fucking puts people in a position of be vulnerable for like a sexual assault, especially with all the riffraff up there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, man. It's just crazy, and especially growing up there. It was kind of like almost conservative, I guess. You don't really think about that stuff when you're young, but it was almost like it was conservative when I was young. And then to watch it just slowly like slip away, even when I graduated high school, which that was over 20 years ago, it was still pretty like I think what you'd consider traditional, but they were, slowly busting in these people from Chicago for the housing projects and everything, putting all these people on the welfare. And obviously that's not Tim Walz himself, but this guy, he's clearly just a puppet for the DNC, and that's why I made that cover of Obama. Kamala is Obama's puppet, and then she's going to pick somebody that's going to be her puppet. And these are just the craziest part to me on this Tim Walz guy is he's only 30 years old, or I'm sorry, 60 years old. He looks old as fuck, dude. He looks like he's in his mid 70s or something. It's all them demons eating him alive. But let's get into it. So obviously this is the guy that was in charge when the Black Lives Matters riot started. And if you guys remember, I live streamed down from there. It was pretty crazy. That's why I like to call him No Balls Tim Walz, because he didn't have the fortitude to get in there and do what needed to be done and like clear those streets out and all the small businesses got burned down and looted and everything like that. It was bad.
But why did it take 2 very destructive nights of chaos, millions of dollars destroyed, buildings burned to the ground, including the Minneapolis Police Department's 3rd precinct, before the National Guard took action? Governor Walz says Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey did not give him the go-ahead to use the National Guard until 12:15 a.m., 2 hours after the precinct was abandoned. Walz says Frey told him yesterday morning they would give up the precinct.
But according to those who were there was no plan.
Neighbors and friends and
they were running out
agents of change.
We
We saw thousands gather in front of the beautiful Minnesota governor's residence that my family and I have the privilege of occupying for a short time.
And soon the
pain,
protesters
the families
seemed
were
to be
there.
coming from everywhere.
Was visceral, anger of a system that seems to continue on.
But first, they had
It's fucking me up with it. It's like 2 different voices talking at the same time. I thought I had 2 tabs going, but that's just the video.
to escape.
This guy's got to be the worst besides Newsom, but he's got to be like right behind Newsom as far as like extremely liberal.
But no, very clearly,
Protesters
this isn't
inside
about
the
a
precinct.
broken
Police
system.
swept the
This is
building
about a
to
system
make
that's
sure no
functioning
one was
absolutely
left
as it was designed. Unfortunately, that's meant to exclude some from it.
Return to your vehicle. So I'm finishing clearing the building. You have to evacuate right now. We need to go. As of right now, we can leave Tampon. We're going to lose that opportunity in about 30 seconds.
They have like 2 tracks of voice going and Prince. A little too much for me, man. But you guys get the idea. You saw it. This guy's a dipshit. Or worse, he's complicit. He wanted that to happen, and that might be more than likely. I saw this about his wife. They call her Gwen. Gwen Walz. Big balls. Gwen Walz. So it said they got married in the early 90s. And on her little bio here, it does say, it says soon after they met, Gwen and Tim established a summer trip to China for their students and traveled there nearly every summer through 2003. So this guy's going to China for 10 years straight, at least, right? Every summer. He was the school teacher. He had the summers off. And this is what he's known for too, is like he's all about them trans kids, which is crazy to me anyway.
It is now law.
Ow! My eyes! And my legs hurt too.
Good job, Webster.
They're pretty crazy. I mean, literally, if you can manipulate these children's mind, that's probably no different than how they manipulate the voters, the low IQ voters. Just emotional based reasoning. Like these kids probably don't even know what they're clapping for. They might think they do, but obviously, they're little kid. What are these little like 3rd graders, 7-year-olds or something like that? I mean, you didn't know shit when you were 7. Let's be real. Nobody did. How could you possibly know anything? You're fucking 7 years old. Here's one that says they put together a highlight reel of the worst of Tim Walz's first term failures. This guy's gonna be a heartbeat away from the presidency.
I've just signed Executive Order 20-01, declaring a peacetime state of emergency for the state of Minnesota. We need to stop congregating. We're going to close the bars. We're going to close the restaurants. We're going to close the places where we gather. Several 100,000 of your neighbors were just laid off. An entire industry has been shut down in the face of this, all for the greater good.
The governor, with the power of the state constitution behind him, has issued 104 executive orders affecting everything from schools to restaurants and bars, to churches, to basically every facet of everyday life.
Democrats who control the House are moving in the opposite direction. Some are pushing to put a mask mandate in state law.
Hi ho, the Dario. I wear a mask to school. It helps to keep me safe.
Explosive testimony from a Minneapolis police union official who said,
Now I played last night. I streamed with Benton. Came on. Shout out to Benton. Now I think it was in New York that like you get arrested if you wear a mask. Fuck crazy.
says that the governor ordered cops to abandon that third precinct during the spring's rioting.
I was in the command post. I heard it. I heard the governor say, give it up.
At 9:32, Chief Arredondo calls the mayor to tell him they've lost control, can no longer maintain order in the city. And then at 10:13, Chief Arredondo, who's monitoring the scene from a couple blocks away, gets on the radio to announce defeat.
Get a citywide tone right now in our loss of the third precinct.
The third precinct has been compromised.
The mayor said I request the National Guard. Ooh, I'm out. This is great. We're going to have massively trained troops. No, you're going to have 19-year-olds who are cooks.
Funny because this guy's from the National Guard, right?
I've just signed Executive Order 20-01.
I want to see this guy, Mike Murphy for Minnesota. I don't know who this guy is. Former mayor and candidate for governor. He's probably got all kinds of shit against him. Oh, excuse me, man. I got them dad sneezes tonight. And this Tim Walz guy is the guy they're kind of crediting as he was one of the main proponents of coming up with that weird campaign where they're just saying weird. Everyone's weird. Hope you guys have all seen that. The new weird order. I'll see if I can pull that up too, because in case you haven't seen it, it's real quick. I thought it'd be one of the first things I typed in. Weird. What do I type in here? But it's just like those media clips where they just all say the same thing. It was the same thing for the weird, where they had that other one a couple years ago. It was like, this is extremely dangerous to our democracy. And they all said that. Now they're doing the weird against conservatives. So now you see everywhere you go, the AstroTurf comments calling people weird, calling conservatives weird and stuff. But they credit this Walz dude for being one of the guys that kind of came up with that. It's interesting that he's like a high school teacher and he knows how the bullying mind works and stuff like that of like a high school peer pressure type mind. And that's the people he was in charge of. So he knows what will work in that sense. You just got to boil it down to one word and try to get it to stick. I think just like Obama had hope and change. I guess he had two words, but just boil it down to as little as you can. And now you got these furries calling people weird. This was him tonight. I guess. Let's see what he said tonight.
Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on. That's not what middle America is. And I got to tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy.
He just has that giant dipshit smile. It's like,
That is if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
If you're not familiar with that, they have this talking point where a guy just totally edited JD Vance. And I'm not even for Trump or Vance if you end up across as new, but these guys just totally took JD Vance's book into like a little, whatever, Amazon Fire, whatever the reader thing's called, editor, and just wrote that he said he fucked a couch. It's a complete bullshit lie. It's been debunked, and all these liberals like run with this is their meme for JD Vance, is that he fucks couches, even though it's not true at all. And they don't even care that it's not true. That's just their meme for him. So that's why they're laughing so hard at that.
Look.
Guy already looks drunk off the emotion of the crowd. This guy don't know how to handle this.
I got to tell you, pointing out just an observation of mine that I made. I just have to say it. You know it, you feel it. These guys are creepy, and yes, just weird as hell. That's what you see. That's what you see.
The high school teacher resorting to like these high school type bullying tactics. This Mike Murphy guy whose page I'm on, who I don't know who he is, I can't vouch for him, but he says Tim Walz had 0 real life accomplishments to brag about. He's been a government employee his entire life and has collected his paychecks from you, the hardworking taxpayer. Walz loves communism so much that he lived and ran a business in China. Kamala and Walz are a perfect match. It's almost like it's bad on purpose. Like, I don't know how you could. You're the party against old white guys, and then you're picking like fucking Joe Biden light. Let's see what else they got here. Anything? MSNBC a few weeks ago showed this as the picture of him. They didn't even know who he was. MSNBC, and now they're going to come out here and tout him as, oh, this is the guy we need. Well, this is the guy we need one step away from the presidency. Yeah, this guy here too says, I'll be making another post later. He ran a business in China with his wife, Gwen, for several years before he was elected to Congress. Crazy. This thing I saw, this guy wrote, he's a left-wing commie rat bastard of the first order. Walz received a 100% rating from Planned Parenthood, the American Civil Liberties Union, the American Immigration Lawyers Association, the AFL-CIO, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, and the National Organization for Women. He also received single-digit ratings from the National Taxpayer Union, Citizens Against Government Waste, Americans for Tax Reform, and Freedom Works. So yeah, like literally a Newsom type guy. This is the anti-propaganda they're running on against or pro Walz. They put this picture up. This is Walz on the left, JD Vance on the right, at approximately the same age. Your move, America. This is really all they got. Now, supposedly he was in the National Guard for X number of years, and then they say he abandoned his post or just rage quit when it was time to go to Iraq. Apparently I haven't even confirmed that, but that's the narrative that's going around, that he just rage quit that when it was time to go on out.
What could be weirder than signing a bill into law that...
Oh, yeah, okay. And then I forgot, this is the guy that he signed the law. That's why they call him Tampon Timmy. He signed a law that it's law to put tampons in the boys' rooms, in boys' bathrooms, in schools. And like I was saying, my boy had they just have maybe it's because they're just like unisex bathrooms now or something in high school. It's fucking insane, dude.
requires schools to stock tampons in boys' bathrooms. Or weirder than signing legislation allowing minors to receive sex change operations. Try electing the man who signed those bills Vice President of the United States. Enter Chief Weirdo Tim Walz. As governor of Minnesota, Walz supported legislation that endangers minors, hurts women, and puts radical ideology ahead of common sense. Now Kamala wants Walz to enforce those laws on a national scale. Tim Walz, too weird, too radical.
So that must be the Trump ad against him. I do think the weird thing will backfire on him because they're clearly literal blue-haired weirdos, furries, people chopping their dicks off. This is why it's hard for me to kind of understand what the play is. Is it oh man, big old bull ant here. Hold on, I gotta kill this bull ant before it bites me. Let me play something real quick because I gotta. Let's find a. Here's his.
Department of Public Safety stay-at-home hotline. The information you leave is considered public information. At the tone, please leave the following information: your name, your callback number, how the stay-at-home order is being violated, and where the stay-at-home order was violated. Thank you. Oh, you've reached the Department of Public Safety stay-at-home hotline. The information you leave is considered public information. At the tone, please leave the following information: your name, your callback number, how the stay-at-home order is being violated, and where the stay-at-home order was violated. Thank you. Oh, you've reached the Department of Public Safety stay-at-home hotline. The information you leave.
So he had a COVID snitch line.
Hello, you have reached the Department of Public Safety stay-at-home hotline.
Same thing. And they have only like 90 days, I think, until the election, something like that. That's pretty crazy. That number one, the two presidential candidates have not debated. Number two, this guy hasn't even, or literally just came on the scene today. And he's got to debate the vice president. And most importantly, Kamala's not even the real official candidate, although I'm sure she will be. I think that the DNC is not until the end of this month, I believe. Yeah, EBT was the originator of the new weird order. I have that clip somewhere, dude. Now that I have this computer, I gotta get out that hard drive, start transferring all this shit. I only have one more week off of work. I gotta go back to work next week. That's why I'm trying to get these streams in. I lost that damn bull ant, man. I tried to get over here and kill him, and he's gone by the time I came back. Big dumbass bull ant. Dude's gonna be biting me in a minute. You can hear me yelling. Hold on a second. This dude here got DUI. I don't know when. What year is that? It says, would be a pity if his mugshot from his DUI arrest went viral. He was going 96 and a 55 with blood alcohol level 0.128. He lied to police about being deaf in an attempt to avoid arrest. Too weird, man. Yeah, what is this? This is his arrest record for that. So they have the whole the police records and everything like that. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. Is that the weird thing and everything? It's hard for me to make sense of where they're going with all this because I'm sure everybody here would agree it's all kind of a staged show. I have to believe that they want Donald Trump, I would think, in there. I think what they want to do is get to this reset of currency. Donald Trump, Donald Trump's too old to run again in 4 more years. This is his time. Kind of fits the resurrection. He was struck down and rose again like the phoenix. They're making it like biblical, like the providence, stop the bullet, the assassination attempt and everything like that. And then on the other side, they give you like almost pure evil, like, abortionists, trans kids and everything. So they've set it up to be like, God versus the devil almost in the voting booth. You're gonna go choose it just by picking someone else to do something for you. I don't believe that. I gotta always throw that disclaimer out there, but in the kayfabe reality. And so Kamala was absolutely hated and considered one of the worst vice presidents before Joe Biden dropped out. And then immediately they just come out with the polls and say, okay, well, she's neck and neck with Trump. And now they're saying that even she's ahead of Trump very slightly. So to me, it's almost like they're gaslighting the left so that they will put in Trump, but then they want the left to be like, okay, it must be a stolen election, because Kamala was leading in the polls and there's no way this weirdo could win and blah, blah. That's what it seems like to me almost. I think just the entire fact of them calling it weird is purposely to throw that in their own face, to maybe to get that common man, the silent majority, they call it the Trumpers, to go out there and actually hit the vote. Because people are getting real fed up with this type of ideology, and you saw it go real bad the last 4 years under Biden. It's getting a little worse right now. They're already trying to pin the stock market crash on Kamala. Trump and the Republicans are calling it Kamala's crash. Well, she's not even running the show. It's not even a real crash, but they're already trying to call it that.
Don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Just do the damn work. Don't ever shy away from our progressive values. One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Just do the damn work.
One person's socialism is another person's neighborliness. Man, that sounds like Toilet Bowl Earth talking. Man, crazy. This channel here is archiving his old tweets. I'll have to go through that later. Weird looking dude, though, for sure. To be only 6 years old, like you're just out of your 50s. Look like you're 70, 75 or something. We definitely got to get into some other stuff here tonight, though. But I did want to see, just kind of wanted to take the pulse here and see what, this is my time right now to come and look at this. And I'm glad you guys are here to join me and stuff. But this is what I'd be doing, even if I wasn't streaming right now. I'd be in here looking at this, even though I think it's all fake and gay and everything. It's like an addiction almost. I've done this for so long. It's kind of like I've scaled it back quite a bit in the recent years, but still, it's kind of hard to get out of it. 5 controversies surrounding him. Yep, his DUI arrest, Black Lives Matter riots. We've covered all that. COVID-19 lockdowns. It was bad there, man. I don't think you guys, if you're not from there, you might not understand. Pandemic release fraud investigation. There was 70 people defrauding federal food programs that funded meals for kids during the pandemic out of $250 million on Walz's watch. Interference on a police shooting case. Okay, I don't know this one. Let's see. Walz came under fire from Hennepin County attorney Mary Moriarty earlier for his comments on a police shooting case handled by her officer. Moriarty dropped the case against State Trooper Ryan Londrigan, who was accused in the fatal shooting of a black motorist, Ricky Cobb II. In a press conference announcing her decision, she made remarks against Walz, saying he had been very active in asserting himself into this case and was conflicted since he controls the Minnesota State Patrol. Have you ever seen this governor intervene in any case involving a defendant in his entire tenure? Moriarty said on June 3rd. Why is it appropriate for a governor who has never picked up a phone to call me, who is not a lawyer, who does not understand the nuances of this case, to talk about it publicly, to center Mr. Londrigan as being the victim in this case? Why has that been appropriate? Why hasn't this been called out? Walz later told reporters that had Moriarty not dropped the charges against Londrigan, I'm probably saying that wrong, but he would have used his executive authority to remove her from the case. It was my hope that my county attorney would get this position. At some point, if this decision has not been made, yes, we would have done that. Crazy. So he's like a rat bastard commie, like most in Minnesota. I mean, being from there doesn't surprise me. They had their first rally. Wonder if what we saw, his little couch zinger, if that was kind of the best they had. It must have been. I'm not playing no damn 18 minutes of this guy.
Introducing Milo's Rewards, the new way to unlock savings from the pump.
Shout out to everyone for being here. I'm just going to stay on this just for a few more minutes, and then we'll go get into the YouTube drama. Give me like 5 more minutes.
He may have a vulnerability in the response to the protests and riots that we saw in Minnesota. The bipartisan Minnesota Senate report found that Walz and the Minneapolis mayor failed to realize the seriousness of the riots and failed to act in a timely manner to confront rioters with necessary force. I also want you to listen to something that J.D. Vance had to say about this very thing this morning.
They make an interesting tag team because, of course, Tim Walz allowed rioters to burn down Minneapolis in the summer of 2020. And then the few who got caught, Kamala Harris helped bail them out of jail. So it is more instructive for what it says about Kamala Harris, that she doesn't care about the border. She doesn't care about crime. She doesn't care about American energy. And most importantly, she doesn't care about the Americans who have been made to suffer under those policies.
What is your response to that line of question?
Yeah, if you guys think it was like a meme or something where they're burning down Minneapolis, no, it's just real, bro. We were driving down those streets the next few days, like Lake Street and everything down there. This shit's done. The shit was torched. It's pretty crazy. Go on this Twitter one more time. I'll search Walz one more time, and then we got to get into the YouTube drama. There was some good drama out here tonight. National Guard leaders exposing him for stolen valor.
He does that. I mean, he just soon as
he's back again to wage a public war of words against Tim Walz.
He abandoned us. You know, I mean, what the hell kind of leader does that? I mean, he just, as soon as the shots were fired in Iraq, he turned and ran the other way and hung his hat up and quit.
We'll get to Barron's new message for voters in a moment. But this all starts years earlier when Barron says Walz's misleading statements about his military service first led him to come forward in the fall of 2018.
So you try to get this message out, but Minnesota's largest newspaper checks it out, says it's 100% true, but yet refuses to print.
When I hung the phone up, I said, what the hell is this, North Korea?
Back in 2005, a warning order went out to the 1st Battalion, 125th Field Artillery to mobilize for a mission to Iraq. At the time, Walz served as the unit's highest non-commissioned officer, but months later, Walz would retire from the Guard, avoid the deployment, and run for Congress. Tom Behrens was next in line for the position and was asked to take his place.
I was like, well, for Pete's sake, this guy quit. And if I say I'm not going to do it, I mean, what the hell kind of leadership is that? If a company would say that we're going to deploy to Iraq or somewhere and you're going to be gone for whatever amount of time, and then a foreman just says, no, I'm not going. I mean, what does that say to the 500 people that work in that factory?
Behrens would go on to serve in Iraq on a nearly 2-year deployment as a command sergeant major. All while Walz began using that title as a congressman. Behrens says he first contacted Walz with his concerns, sending these letters to Washington. They all went unanswered.
But then we fast forward to the election in 2018 in Minnesota, and you try at that time to get people's attention with this story and also with what seems to be a very misleading statement that he continued to make about his service.
It kind of just sat there. You know, when he was a congressman, he bragged that he was a command sergeant, retired command sergeant major. I'm the highest ranking person ever in the House, and all this lie that he was telling. The state of Minnesota came out after 2018, after this was exposed, and they said, well, he can say that he served as a command sergeant major, but he can't say he's a retired one because he's not.
And that's what he was saying.
And he was saying that, and there was lots of public, lots of cards coming in the mail, for him to be.
Stolen valor. It says thousands of Minnesotans moved to South Dakota because of Tim Walz's failed leadership. I think they moved everywhere. I moved down here to Florida.
Tim Walz, let's make sure America knows who you are. You helped ignite the George Floyd riots, the worst the country had ever seen in decades. While Minneapolis burned, you stalled on deployment.
Let's see what Matt May has to say about this case here. Hold on, I lost my spot here. Where am I? Here we go.
Deployment of the National Guard for an entire day, blaming the city for not submitting the right paperwork. You let your daughter leak the Guard's deployment plans online so that rioters would know how long they have to loot the city with impunity. Minneapolis is a war zone because of you. Just days after the attempted murder of Donald Trump, you called him and his supporters fascists, egging on the same rhetoric that led him to being shot in the first place. You have overseen some of the most radical youth trans surgery laws in the country. Under your leadership, teenagers can get their breasts chopped off and get sterilized, and your government calls it health care. You have the most radical abortion laws in the country. Zero limits. Every year, 5 to 6 babies are born alive and then murdered legally under laws you support. On immigration, you famously said you wanted to provide a ladder so invaders can come over Trump's wall. You are a radical open border zealot. Also during COVID, you approved $500 million in hero pay for frontline workers, only to have 40% of that money go to people who were ineligible or, in many cases, literally deceased. In the White House, you were Pelosi's sidekick and did whatever the Democrats demanded. You will try to disguise yourself as a folksy Midwestern moderate. In reality, you are a white male version of Kamala Harris, radical, inept, undeserving to be in leadership.
Damn. Matt May got him.
Welcome to the race.
Yeah, the one about the ladder, he's got a quote where they said, he's like, well, if Trump says I'll build a 25-foot wall, I'll just invest in a 30-foot ladder company. That's basically what it was. It says last year, Deputy Josh Owen became one of 4 police officers that were killed in 1 month in Pope County, Minnesota. His widow, Shannon Owen, told Governor Tim Walz to not attend her husband's funeral. I don't appreciate people that don't support law enforcement. It looks like, what's his name? What was that guy's name? The Cheney kind of.
Rule. Mind your own damn business. Even if we wouldn't make the same choice for ourselves, there's a golden rule. Mind your own damn business.
Talking about killing babies there. Mind your business, he says. One more here. This looks like a
Knows
short
that Tim Walz. That is the weakest answer from Nancy Pelosi. The reason why she had to pause is because she knows that Tim Walz is a radical progressive. Look, Tim Walz agrees with Nancy Pelosi. He agrees, obviously, with Kamala Harris that what we must have in our country are massively open borders. Tim Walz signed into law driver's licenses for illegal immigrants in Minnesota. He wanted health care for illegal immigrants in Minnesota. This guy is incredibly left-wing.
This is the guy that when I worked at Costco, then these people would come in, these like migrants, whatever you call them, they would come in and just swipe. They'd have literally 2 carts heaping full fucking lobsters, steaks, and everything. They'd come in and just swipe that card, and they'd get that shit. We'll check these comments out here. There's a pic of Walz reading The Hungry Caterpillar. Damn, he's into that. He's into that Phoenix cycle. Looks damn. Michael Ryan, you're right. He looks like Don Rickles with hair. That's exactly who he looks like. Yeah, or McCain. He looks like McCain. Looks like Karl Rove, kind of. I can't remember what Karl Rove looks like. Does he look like that kind of? Yeah, nobody ever heard of this fucker until he was Camel Toe's running mate. Only reason I heard of him is because I lived in Minnesota. Otherwise, no one's heard of him. Have we checked out what Mag Truth said? No, we got to say, bam, this one right here. Eating out the devil's pot. Bam. Scorpion says Florida is where I'd like to go, but I can't yet, sadly. Yeah, I just kind of up and moved my whole family. Like, just was like, fuck this, I'm out, bro. It was just too much there. Straight commie shit. It's way different down here, dude. Way different compared to Minnesota. It's almost like going back in time a little bit. Like it's kind of how Minnesota was, but I kind of what I remember as a little boy, you know. What's up, alien? She said they all have makeup on. Oh, they're talking about JD Vance's eyeliner. Oh, Smith got one on Walz. Yeah, Minnesota's always been the land of cucks. Facts. Every time you're about to go to bed. And this has been kind of my time right now. I put the boys to bed. Gives me some time to do what I gotta do, decompress, make a little cover, and then about this time I'm ready. Gotta go back next week though. What's up, Dork? Good to see you. Good one day. Good to see you. Yeah. Narniacs, 100% extra pizza, extra cheese pizza vibes from this creep. Yeah, definitely. Scorpion said Kamala's husband basically came out celebrating Kamala as the next U.S. president back in 2020 on video, almost like scripted. Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to get into. Is I can't decide who they're trying to bait, or maybe it's just like an open bait. They're baiting both sides. Maybe they do count the votes because what does it doesn't matter. Whoever gets in, they're gonna just do whatever these foreign countries tell them to do. So why would it? Maybe they don't give a shit. Maybe they'll count the votes and then they know they can agitate either side or both sides, and then they get the other side, the losing side, out in the street when the votes are counted, because both sides are gonna say it's a sham. The Galapagos says, I don't think we will have an election this November. The purpose, in my opinion, is to put on fight music for the right to do something again. When has the right ever done anything? Are you talking about January 6th? That was, to me, that was nothing. They just kind of walked in there orderly, single file. But it could be to get them to do that again, though, but like on a, like a grander stage or whatever, a bigger attack or whatever. Good to see Crypto Alchemist. Doesn't matter how hard you work, you won't be making it to the ethno state. What? All right, man. I know the real reason you guys are here. Let's not lie. We're out here to watch this Aphrodite video tonight. That's our boy, Governor Tim Walz, Minnesota's piece of shit. He's Kamala's puppet. Kamala is Obama's puppet. Obama's still running shit behind the scenes. That's where I try to figure out like what's going to come next. That's why I do think Trump will win, because here it is.
Today is the
Give me your fucking money. I think Trump will win because he's been in the public eye for so long. He's talked about the same things for so long. And he's also associated with in his entire life kind of like money and bankruptcy. And I do think they want to bring out, some clearly the economy is going to collapse. I mean, everyone's been saying that forever, but eventually they're going to have to run that collapse through. They need that guy in to pacify the patriots when that happens. And he's also associated with that money and bankruptcy. So he can be the one to kind of sell the public on a new, whatever it ends up being, a new Fed coin or whatever. However, whatever direction they want to go, it doesn't matter. He can be the guy there and he can say, well, I have all this experience doing this, that, and the other. And then the people with the guns, the people that would pull these guys out and eliminate them, they're kind of pacified for that time being, at least. We saw that with COVID. If COVID was pushed through with Hillary at the helm, I think it would have been very different. Maybe not, but it could have gone hot, I feel like. But with Trump there, they're like, oh, okay, yeah. This is our guy. Yeah, exactly. It's such a long-term script. His name is in the last president book from whatever 1902 or whatever year that was, 1892, 1898, whatever it was. But like 130, 40 years ago, there was a book called The Last President about Trump, and then the same guy that wrote that book wrote the Time Traveling Adventures of Baron Trump or whatever it was called. Hold on. Smith says Trump did an interview in 1981 and said he doesn't know why time travelers are trying to kill him. And he's also, the Back to the Future, they admit Biff Tannen is based on Donald Trump, and the whole thing's based on time travel and the Sports Almanac. And the conspiracy lore is that Trump has the looking glass, whether that's a actual time travel or, in my opinion, I don't think it'd be that far-fetched to think that they could have some kind of what you would call a looking glass technology where you could take all the data, run it into like a simulator with everyone's data, and then project out what you want to do, 2 or 3 moves out, and the data would kind of give you a pretty good idea of what the outcome would be based on everyone's data. And I think that's a big part of what COVID was, is I think it was a test of that data. In my opinion, and I have no way to prove that or anything, but it seemed like COVID went hot and cold a lot. Like, here's the mask, no more masks, the mask is back, isolate for 2 weeks, isolate for 2 days. Everything was constantly changing. It seemed like they were kind of running these tests. See, maybe it's like, hey, we know these people over here, they're going to be resistant to it. They want to see who, maybe there was people that believed in the mainstream and got pushed into these rabbit holes because of that. Maybe they were trying to see if that's part of one of the many of things. They were trying to see if they could predict who it was, and they kind of reset the parameters every once in a while and then ran it again to see, and then kind of saw through social media where everyone was at with it and stuff. I think that, in my opinion, is one of the many multifaceted purposes of this. All right, we've gone on for 50 minutes on No Balls, Tim Walz, aka Tampon Timmy. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes. Everyone's favorite Yenta, Aphrodite Rose Starfire. She plugged back into the Matrix. She got a dumping tonight. Back-to-back dumpings for her. What's up, Smith?
How you doing?
Where can I find this Trump time traveler thing?
Fuck, I'd have to look. I shouldn't have posted that without looking it up. I was trying to find it earlier. I found it about give me like a day or something, man. I got to work in the morning. I could probably look it up if you start talking. I'll look at one. But he interviewed with some lady in 1981. He's saying, "Yeah, I don't know why time travelers are trying to kill me. Maybe it's because your dad was said to have discovered Nikola Tesla's work." I'm not even saying any of that's true. I think
his uncle.
His uncle, okay. And his dad's middle name was what? Christ. It's all
Christ.
mockery.
Fred Christ Trump.
Yeah. A channel, I don't know if you guys have heard of it, called Angel White. He's got some awesome stuff on Trump.
Angel White? No, what kind of stuff does he got?
Just really good stuff. He decodes the Bank of America, and of all places, Charlotte. And it's really interesting. So there's the Mona Lisa, but he also painted another painting Da Vinci did, and it's Trump's mom pregnant under the blood moon. It's super interesting.
What is it called? Angel White?
Angel White, and he does a phenomenal. I mean, he's got good production.
I'm finding like a country singer.
No, it says no graven image. Usually is what his profile, unless he's changed it.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah, I see it. Hold on.
He is phenomenal. He hasn't put out a lot of stuff lately, but he's got some really good stuff on Trump, and he started putting it out back in like 2018. I mean,
how Trump becomes the fake messiah.
So much good stuff. And then another smaller channel, We Seek, We Find. Nothing happened on May 19th. It didn't have to. He's got a great channel. I love what you do. I love the way you and EBT vibe. I always want to just, anyways, man, you guys are dope. I tried to send you something the other day. They're asking for a photo ID from me on Cash App all of a sudden. I'm not fucking giving them a photo ID. I was dumb enough to type in my social security number, and then they're like, now give us a photo ID through the Cash App app. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. You're not getting a photo ID of me. That's weird.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So it's a chalk body outline gun, though?
I appreciate you.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you, man.
I do have I just set up a Streamlabs thing where people can pay I think you can use any kind of card, and then I get the donation. I'll put the link. I'll have to put it later in the. I'll put it in the like description of the video later if anyone.
Do that. I love support. I love supporting my brothers, man. I'm I'm not good with words. I'm not good with making content, but I love what you guys do.
What, you got one on Vance?
I made a no on
or Walz. I mean, yeah, that's what I meant.
Walz.
Where is it on your channel?
It's a short. Yeah, it's a short. It's 45. I made 2 videos today. I'm working on a really long one. You brought up Planned Parenthood, and while you're looking for it here, dude, come on, this fucking boggled my mind. It'll all make sense when you hear it. But from who's this? Timmy Tampon, from his birth until Margaret Sanger of Planned Parenthood's death, she died 9/6 of 66, was 883 days. It'll all make sense. It's 38 and 83. I don't fucking care about the numbers. I'm saying they're signs for the seasons. It's Revelation 38. It's Matthew 38. It's Luke 38. They're all the same verse. It's about your works. Your work is called your labor. But who's being birthed? It's not Jesus. He was already born. There's somebody else being born.
Damn. Let me play this.
I'm sure his wife's boyfriend's proud of him. Born the 6th of April, 1964. They say the day of the month first in the rest of the world, just not America. So he is born 6'4". Strong's Concordance 6464. Pow or bleeding. Bleeding is the weak, wavering cry of a sheep, goat, or calf. A weak, querulous, or foolish complaint. God bless. Take care. Kamala announces her partner in crime today, Tim Walz.
Her partner in crime. I like that.
They're all partners in crime, man. Life partners.
Demons.
Yeah.
It's
They're all
demon, man.
demons.
Semen demons?
Yeah, they're all trying to drive us towards an insanity machine like Barry Hussein Sotoro. Who is sane? I'm trying to stay sane. I'm not well adjusted to this bullshit.
Speaking of the insanity machine, do you follow that guy?
Fuck no, man. I went on his channel a few months ago. Not even to like, hey, I want to be buddies with him. I was like, here, let's see what his, does he offer free speech? No, he doesn't.
Oh no.
I didn't say
absolutely
anything,
not.
and he booted me instantly, blocked me from his chat. I don't know, man.
Yeah, let me do this here while I'm on here anyway. I gotta find that link I have, and I'll put it in the thing of the video. What is it?
I was just typing in your chat, and it was not a shade to you. He calls you baby truther, and what I was saying is baby truthers are those who are truthers, and we're truthers for a reason, because we're fathers. We want to leave a better world than what we had, and yeah, shit comes up. Not everybody can stream for 15 hours a day and talk shit and just push vile things. Same people have actual lives outside of this fucking place.
Right.
So fuck you, Steven.
Oh yeah, he has no life. He was on Talcott tonight. I was trying to fuck with him, trying to go on his channel, but he wouldn't get off the fucking Talcott shit.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I'm gonna find this thing actually. But I'm gonna get into this Aphrodite shit. Did you keep up with Aphrodite?
Not too much, man. I when I first started coming around here, she's, I'm not gonna say nothing bad. She seemed a little crazy. She seems bad. I haven't seen anything lately, but when
Definitely
I saw
nuts.
her,
she's less, she's less nuts than these guys like Steven. And way
For
way more entertaining
For
than
sure.
fucking Sandy Machine.
She not. I don't think I hear her out here just talking shit about Jesus and God. So that's a plus.
Not really. Maybe she does, but so she went and traversed the whole country in a bread truck. Got dumped by that guy. She claims she didn't get dumped by him, but she did. Plugged back into the Matrix, went back to a job, dates a lawyer, a fucking Jew liar, and now he broke up with her. And she's totally spiraling over this. Hold on. I'm going to look for the stuff I'm looking for while she's talking.
Going on, and I've thought about opinions on things right now that are happening. out in the world.
I'm gonna speed her up.
But I was in a really good relationship with my boyfriend, and things were going really good. We were saying I love you, like we had planned a trip to Hawaii, bought the tickets, and he just all of a sudden broke up with me yesterday night. And I haven't seen him for over a week. And I think that's why he broke up with me, is because he hasn't been around me for an extended period of time. Because if he was around me, he wouldn't want to break up with me, because we have such an awesome time together. We have so much fun. And
all right, Aphrodite, you gotta be in denial to be saying that, to say that if he broke up with you, he's something else is going on. It can't be that great for him if he's just like, yeah, well, fuck you.
He's cheating.
Seems like she's in denial.
You know, he just came back from Mexico. He went on this trip to Mexico with his friends that I was a little upset that I wasn't invited on, because it was a bunch of couples, and he wanted to go by himself with his other single friend, because he had promised or planned the trip.
Pause. So he went on a couple's trip to Mexico. Didn't bring her. That's because he brought somebody else, Aphrodite.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Are you that far in denial, Aphrodite? He brought somebody else, another woman. You're probably the side bitch, Aphrodite. I'm not even trying to be mean, but it sounds like you're the side bitch and you don't know it. He brought his main bitch.
Like right when we first started dating. But you know, I'm a big girl, I can deal with it. But yeah, he gave me, I still have the red roses he gave me right before he left for Mexico. He was only gone for 4 or 5 days. And I think his friends like poisoned his mind or something, because I still haven't seen him since he's been back. Because
Can't blame his friends. He either wasn't happy, or you were a side bitch, or something like that. It's not just his friends. If he was really into you, there's no way some person would be able to talk him out of it or whatever. So I'm not trying to even make fun of her, because if he's not that into you, then that's a good thing, I guess, that he moved on and he's not wasting your time anymore. It's probably hard for you to see it now, Aphrodite, but
a lot better than getting engaged or fucking moving in or something.
Yeah, you got no baggage with him yet or anything. Just be happy you had a good time with him, I guess, and move on. She seems kind of just shell shocked that this guy left her, though. But you know, Smith's a believer. I'm a believer. We'll say a prayer for you. I'm not kidding. And you know, everything happens for a reason. So maybe God just took that out of your life because it's just not serving you.
he's been super busy at work and stressed out at work. And I know he felt he couldn't go on this trip to Hawaii that we had planned because he needs to work. And he just said that I deserve, you know, a lot of attention, and he just can't give it to me right now. And that he still loves me, that he's in love with me. But he just doesn't see it working out long term. I'm just so shocked. It's totally out of the blue. And we're kind of long distance.
It's probably not out of the blue. You were just missing the signs, I think. She's been posting a lot of videos with her like out drinking and doing that all kind of, maybe she's just been a little too like absorbed in that lifestyle to kind of see those signs maybe.
We're about an hour away from each other. And we've been seeing each other on the weekends.
Okay, weekends only. You were the side bitch. I'm sorry to say.
That's what it sounds like. An hour away is not that far. I've been with my wife for 20 years, but when we first started dating, I didn't care if I worked a 12-hour day. I saw her every single day because that's my whole motivation to get through the workday.
100%. An hour, it's not far if you're really into somebody. If it's just kind of a whatever thing, yeah, it would be a long way. But if you an hour, that's nothing, dude. If you're really into someone.
And you know, he said that I deserve to have more attention. I mean, this guy, he just took me out on a shopping spree. Like, he takes me out to nice restaurants, and I don't ask for that. I don't need that. But I'm just like dumbfounded. I'm just like, I feel like he's making such a huge mistake, and It doesn't make any sense to me.
I shouldn't laugh. It's kind of mean, but he's doing you the right thing. You might not see it Aphrodite, but if he just is not feeling it and doesn't see a future in it, he's doing you the right thing rather than just string you along and use you or whatever, like.
Yeah, get way more attached and.
Yeah, exactly. It's just better that he's cuts it off now.
I don't know her well. She looks like she's wearing a nurse's uniform or whatever. She looks like she put, and I'm not saying this in a rude way, she looks like she's put healthy weight on. She looks good.
Yeah. Oh, she looks
does.
way better than she looked in the bread truck. She looked bad. She was definitely on some kind of drug. She denies it, but you could tell she was on something. Here she looks like clean and
hold your head up, girl. You'll meet somebody else. Not Mr. Right now.
Maybe you got to go for a little bit of an older guy Aphrodite. Find like a 60-year-old guy that's got a bunch of money. He'll buy you a car and all this shit. And the 60-year-old Tim Walz is only 6 years old.
He looks 90.
Oh man, could he look any worse for 60, dude?
Yeah,
he looks worse than fucking Trump. Trump's like fucking pushing 80.
Yeah.
And I've been feeling right around 4th of July, like before 4th of July, the end of June, I felt there was some kind of timeline switch, and it was like into a defuncted reality because I kept on running into these like things that had been changed. Like all of a sudden, like I'd gone to a restaurant with Paulo and we were sitting outside, and like less than a week after we were there, we went back to the same restaurant and they had installed this like big bar in the sidewalk, like kind of like what you would strap a horse to, like in the olden days that you rope your horse off. They installed this big bar, and it was all like in the cement, like steel, like in the cement. Like they would have to have had to jackhammer the sidewalk away to install it. And it's like, wow, they put this all in like 5 days. It was like I'd been transported to a different reality, and all these other things with like the same restaurant. They had changed their billing system, and
that's why we love Aphrodite. She was just transported into a different reality within 5 days. That's why the guy left her. Not because he's not feeling her or anything. It's because timelines converge and shift.
He's not feeling you. It's called the bud flood. You got friend zoned.
their tip system. They're like, oh, we don't do it like that anymore. It's like, we were just here. I've been super targeted recently and attacked. I've had money being withheld from my paychecks for taxes, like them actually taking out a quarter of my paycheck, more than the actual standard. They take out more.
Okay, but you're in California. Get the fuck out of California, first of all. You live in a super expensive apartment right on the fucking beach. And you're saying you're being targeted because of your taxes? Yeah, you're in fucking California, of course. You're a white person in California.
More. I've been attacked like professionally. I was told I was going to get a raise. And then after a month of nothing happening, I go and ask my boss, and my boss is like, I never said that. I never said. I'm like, you stopped me in the hallway and told me you're going to give me a bonus. She's like, no, I said that possibly I might think about giving the highest productive provider. I'm thinking about giving them a gift card. And I'm like, huh. She had literally stopped me in the hallway and said, hey, you're doing an excellent job. You see the most patients out of any provider here, and I'm going to give you a bonus. And I was like,
I think Aphrodite heard what she wanted to hear. She just heard that. The lady probably said something totally different. Her daddy's like, yeah, she said she's totally just going to give me a bunch of money.
Cool, like awesome. Thanks for letting me know. And she's like, I don't want you to get burned out. And then that was it. And then nothing happened. A month went by. And when I asked her about it, she said, I never said that. I said I was thinking about maybe possibly giving somebody a gift card in the future. It's like that.
Well, then you say, yo, where's the gift card? Shit, don't be afraid to say, well, I've been doing a lot of work. I'm seeing more patients than anyone else. Do you think I'd be a good candidate for that? You just got to know how to talk their little corporate game, play that little game.
That was not said to me. It was, hey, I'm going to give you a bonus for seeing the most patients. It's like all this gaslighting. I don't know. I mean,
she looks fucked up, drunk.
I'm just like so shocked, and like I didn't want to date anybody else. I didn't want to have to like go date people. Like we were doing really good. Like we're like, you know, a power couple. But I don't.
You're not a power couple. You're a nurse. This is where she gets her. She claims to be almost a doctor. She's like, I'm basically a doctor. No, you're a nurse, bitch. Face the fact you're a PA. You can do a lot of shit, but you're not a doctor. So in her mind, she sees it as, we're a lawyer and a doctor. And he sees it as, yo, I'm a lawyer. Here's a lowly nurse on my side.
I don't think he
Power
likes
couple might have been a
having
stretch.
to.
What's that?
I was just saying, power couple might have been a stretch. That was hilarious.
Yeah, right.
To account to anybody or like text me, you know, during the day while he was gone. And even last night, I was like, if I took a
Yeah, if you got to force him to text you during the day, that's a big red flag. If he doesn't want to be like in communication with you. I mean, he's a Jew lawyer. He's a Jew liar, a lawyer. Everyone agrees that that Aphrodite is looking much better, much healthier than she was. I agree, man.
away the pressure for you to text me during the day, would that make a difference? Like if I just like push, like I'm like no more pressure of like communicating with me during the day. No.
I don't even mean to be mean, but it sounds like she doesn't have any real. She might have some surface level friends that she goes to like drinks with or something, but I don't think she has any real actual friends that care about her because they'd be telling her this shit. They'd be like, "Look, if he's not texting you, or if he's griping about having to text you throughout the day, you got to force him to text you. He's not that into you. There should be someone. She should have someone there for support for her that's telling her these hard truths, so she's not getting blindsided like this. Because there probably was stuff leading up to this, I would assume.
You know, but I love you and I'm in love with you. It's just like, what the fuck? Like what the like can't you just like see me? Can't you just like, you know, like we haven't seen each other in over a week. Like, can we just like talk about it in person? Like the only reason he has the like wherewithal is because he's been talking shit about me, bouncing it off of his toxic friends in Mexico for the past 5 days while he couldn't work because he was supposed to work while he was traveling and he couldn't get the internet to work in Mexico. Surprise, surprise. So now he's freaking out about having to go to Hawaii, having the same issue with me, you know, trying to work and being on vacation. And I'm like, you know, we don't have to go to Hawaii. We like we can work it out. We don't like, I don't know why all of a sudden it's just like, that's it. And then he also said that, you know, he knows that I might potentially want to have a kid and that I should be with somebody that wants to do that. And he's pretty sure he doesn't want to have kids and he might want to have a kid in like 5 to 10 years. And that he wants to like, you know, let me, you know, pursue having a kid with somebody else.
Yeah, that ship might have sailed for you, Aphrodite. You're 40 years old. Not sure. You'd have to get on it like now. So see, it sounds like he's trying to do the right thing and not lead you on. And even though it probably hurts and everything, like
it's way better off than her coming home on her break and he's got some other chick at the place.
Yeah, exactly. He probably knew that's where it was headed, so he's just trying to at least man up a little bit.
Like EBT's comment, basically his wife unlocked his phone in Mexico. Found out he had a sidekick.
Yeah, exactly. Damn.
It's just like so dumb. It's like, it's so rare to find somebody that you have fun with, that, you know, you're similar personalities. Like he's really fun. He's in a band. Like I support his band. I support his music. Like he's always playing his own music. Like around when we're around, he'll like start playing his music and I'll sing along to his songs and stuff. Like I told him, like, ever since I've been with you, you've only been successful. You've gotten like a really successful job in LA. Like I helped you, like I coached you through the interview. Like
it's all about, all your success is all about me.
Helped you find your apartment. I moved you. We like moved each other into new apartments. Like I've been hanging out with his dad, his mom, his sister who's pregnant. I've been hanging out with his family. And he just like
that family might have been like, yo, this one's a little much, dude.
Like, yeah, you know, I don't see a future with you. I'm like, what? You just gave me red roses. Like, why are you?
Damn.
I'm just
red ones.
Feel bad.
I'm just
feel
like
bad for her.
I'm like
She's
stuck
like,
on the cut.
she's clearly hurt. Kalian said, I just had 2 babies at 39, no meds and natural. Snap right back. My ship's good. Yeah, see, you got time, Aphrodite, but not much time.
Shout out Kelly.
Not trying to be rude, but you gotta get to work here if you're looking for them kids. The Jew lawyer is in a band. Yeah, what's the band's name? I want to know. Type the Jew liar lawyer's band's name in the chat. I want to hear what you guys think the band is called.
I'm just not functioning anymore. I feel like everything is coming at me at once. Like they're taking money away from me. You know, I'm being attacked professionally. Like I'm being attacked in relationships. I'm like so close to just like giving up, just saying fuck it. I was like I'm so
Yeah, that's life, dude. The shit just keeps coming and coming and coming, and it never stops. That's what's crazy, man. You just gotta, especially as like a mom or dad. That's what makes these people, I think, is when you become a mom or a dad, you realize like you don't have a choice. You can't just lay on the couch for 2 days. You
Yeah.
have to just keep going. That's what I see a lot of in this truther community. Like there's like a lot of these people don't have any kids.
Yeah. Any care in the world.
Right. It's a whole different game. Like
it's so hard. Like what I do for a living, it's just so hard with people. Like I've only been increasing the number of patients I see a day. I see like 20 patients a day, and they're all like looking at me like, are you going to be the one that helps me? Like, are you going to be the one that listens to me and helps my pain? Because nobody listens to me. Nobody helps me. And I do. And I sit there and I listen to people dump on me, their problems. And I help them. Like I always make sure people leave like feeling like something was accomplished. Like there's like progress, there's something that's going to be done, or like a test that's being ordered, or, a new medicine that we're going to start, or like a new plan. But I'm like, and then I decide my work and my relationship, and like, I'm good. But now it's like, like I don't have enough, like for me to clean my apartment or to like finish unpacking or to go wash my car, like that like extraneous errand type tasks that everybody has to do. It's like too much for me. I can't organize my room. I can't fold my laundry. Like I just do not have the energy to do.
yeah, that's where you're gonna end up with that Starfire closet again. If you guys don't remember, she had one room in her old apartment which was like just completely dirty. She said, "This is like my chaos room." And then in the closet of that room, she had like a cup with like wax paper that she would put her period blood into and like catch it all in there, and creating like a crystallized medallion of her period blood. Yo, shit's real. She's posting shit on the internet. Like, yo, that dude probably found that video and was like, hold up. Hold up.
Yeah, second thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's what happens, bro. I don't have I've been off work, so I'm extra like rested and I have time to do shit. But when I'm working, come home and deal with the kids all day, and then it's like, damn, now I still have all the shit I have to do. I gotta clean the house and do all this other shit. My wife does a lot of that shit throughout the day too. She's tired too with the baby. It's just the kids make it, so you just don't have a choice.
Shout out to being a dad, dude.
Yeah, and mom, man. Shout out to all the parents out there, man. It'll make or break you, I guess. I guess it will just mostly it will make you. You just don't have a choice.
It'll make or break our country. That is the future. Is the kids.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why these Walz and all these types of people, they target the children with all these crazy ideologies.
Exactly. They're coming for the kids.
It's sick, man.
In two ways. Gross.
Yeah. My buddy was telling me too, my buddy that was up there, he says they have the unisex bathroom with all stalls. And he said also if the kid is trans, and the teachers think the parents aren't supportive enough, the teachers have the authority to get like CPS involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't be sending your kids to these fucking schools for sure.
It's disgusting.
Fucking Marxist factories.
I would rather sit and meditate on my couch than attempt to clean my room or to get in my car, go drive to a car wash to wash my car.
You need them addies, girl.
It's like I'm just barely functioning, and I mean I don't know what's gonna happen.
Damn, she's a wreck. I feel bad even watching this, man. Shout out to Aphrodite, man. You're gonna make it through here. In the end, you're gonna look back. You don't see it now, but I promise you, like 6 months, you'll look back and be like, man, that dude did the best thing he could have done for me. He just set me free because he wasn't feeling it, and now here I am. Maybe you won't find another guy in that time, but you'll be on a different path and a better headspace, and you'll understand why.
She will. She'll meet a guy. She stays focused on herself. She stays taking care of herself. Everything else falls into place.
Exactly.
It's when you're looking for somebody, when you're like, I need to meet somebody, you won't find somebody. Just be you, and shit'll happen.
Exactly.
I'm getting so burnt out. Like I feel like what I'm doing is just like at this point. I just amassing some cash for when they pull the plug, if that ever is going to happen. Thank you, Tartarian Truth. Thank you for the donation.
Shout out to Tartarian Truth for blessing her up.
I mean, I have my Mad Max vehicle. Paulo was not down for that. He did not even want to like try to take it out. So, but I'm gonna get really burnt out really fast. I'm already there. And I told Paulo, I'm like, well, what if I, like work less days a week and then I could like spend time over at your place? And
Yeah, fuck that. Don't be bargaining with the dude if the dude doesn't want you. As tough as it is, pill to swallow, you got to just move on and stop trying to like bargain back your way into his life or something.
Yeah, just go hook up with his best friend. Get back at it. Don't do that.
Go. You said you were with his dad. Go hook up with his dad. That's how you get back at him.
and he said he assured me he didn't cheat on me in Mexico. Because I'm like, just be honest. Like, did you hook up with somebody? Like, is there somebody else? And he's like, no, I don't want to be with anybody else. It's just so fucked up. I'm just like, what's the fucking point? Like, what's the? So it's like the way society is going and everything. I'm just like, I for the past whatever.
What's up, Ben? Are you laying down in the middle of the freeway or what?
Yeah, pretty much. Sorry for the noise. Hey, real quick, I wanted to say, dude, what was that hopium I just heard? She's not going to meet somebody. She's going to meet guys that are going to do to her what this guy just did. It's a never-ending series of that. That's just what it is, bro.
You think so?
Yeah, because she can't date a bus driver. Like, she has to date somebody more successful than her.
Well,
she has to.
She dated that, what's his name, that Dimitri guy.
Yeah, but so did she.
Doesn't everybody look for somebody more? Like, when I met my wife, I was like, fuck, she's got an accent.
No, you're not a woman. You're not a woman. It's completely different.
No, I get it.
No, she cannot date somebody below her economically. It's just not going to happen. And the guys who are above her economically that she's attracted to could just date whoever they want. So they probably dating a bunch of girls. Yeah, so she's not going to, yeah, she's going to continue to. She's going to continue to try to date these guys that are out of her league, and this is going to continue to happen to her. If she could settle for a guy that would stay with her, but she can't, and I feel bad for women because this is just how it is now.
She needs a 60-year-old man, I think, to take care of her.
He's going to go for somebody way hotter than her.
Well, he's going to go for like a 20-year-old.
If for some reason a 60-year-old wanted a girl her age, he's going to get one much hotter than her. That's just how it goes.
Damn, Benton coming in hot.
This is how it is, bro. This is what it is.
What she's got to appeal to, I think, is kind of like people that have the same weirdo beliefs that she has. That's where she could.
Yeah, they don't have any money.
Hoarder shut-ins.
I'm telling you, the guys she's shooting for can date whoever the fuck they want. There's 100 Aphrodites out there trying to get that guy. He's got all the power.
California, huh?
It's like this everywhere now. If it's a city and it's a woman that's been to college or whatever and has a professional job, this is what it is.
Well, I think you need to join the church, Aphrodite. You'll meet a nice church man.
There you go.
He'll keep you in line.
Yeah, well, I mean, but again, like, look at the high education and the high income and all of that. Like, this is what it leads to. It ain't good.
Yeah, like constantly chasing something that they can't get or what?
Well, I mean, if we want to talk about, relationships and everything, it literally prevents her from being able to have a loving, stable relationship, which I would argue is probably be way more fulfilling than his career, most likely.
Yeah, did you get I got the suspicion that she was like a side hole on the story.
I mean, the thing is, he can do whatever he wants because he's not dependent on her. That's what I'm saying. Like, the ball's in his court. She's the one that's desperate and having to, like, all insecure because he doesn't want to text her in the daytime and shit. That's just insecurity, man. Like if he's got 3 girls on the line, the one that's being the most insecure is probably going to get dropped off first. I mean, that's just
so
makes
she
sense to
got
me, you know.
she got put out of the stable.
I think so.
Hey, can I ask you something personal, Drew?
Yeah.
You've been with your wife a long time, haven't you?
We've been together like 4 or 5 years, 4
Okay.
years.
Yeah, I just want to not all guys are that way. I mean, I totally get what Ben's saying, but just not all guys.
What
are
do you
that
do for a living? What do you do for a living?
way. At work.
Okay, so you don't have a professional career. You're not particularly good looking. You don't have any sort of wealth. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. We're talking about guys that can pretty much date whoever the fuck they want. We're not talking about you, Smith.
Oh,
A lawyer.
No, it's not because he's a lawyer. See, these guys also have to be attractive. It's not just the money.
I know, but we're talking like so. Other people always tell me doom and gloom. I'm saying I don't hardly know Aphrodite. If she keeps up what she's done, her trajectory over the last few months, she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
Bro, she's a woman.
Lawyer who wants a side chick and just.
You're talking logic to a creature that's only ever going to make all its relationship decisions with its feelings. You're not very logical, Smith.
Because she's not even here. I'm talking to you.
Smith. That's illogical. She's going to make all of her relationship decisions with her emotions at the time. So you're, well, she could do this and she could do that. Yes, if she felt like doing that, she could. If she doesn't feel like doing it, she can't. She can't even do the fucking laundry, apparently, if she doesn't feel like it.
Well, it looks like she can get clean, so good for her, is what I was saying.
Yeah, something made her feel like doing that. But then as soon as the feeling wears off, this is what right back to where she started.
All right, man.
Bro, this is what's happening. Hey, I'm not doing nothing but speaking the truth in the motherfucking truth community.
I think Ben was at the racetrack or something. It sounded like.
Man, shout out Ben, man. I'll dip out. You guys got a good vibe together. I like Ben, man. I got no issue with him. Partner, I like him. He's all right.
Ben's telling it how it is, man. Maybe a little bit MGTOW, maybe MGTOW-ish. Yeah, he was sleeping under the underpass or something, I think. Ben. All right, let's go back. We're going to give you all the advice, Aphrodite. You just listen to us.
16. Like, I'm hoping for this shit to collapse. I'm hoping for it to all go away.
Man.
I don't have to deal with this bullshit anymore. I'd rather live in some egalitarian farm or something and like post-apocalyptic.
Farm? You're going to live on a farm? You can't even do your laundry. How are you going to do the farm?
Than to keep dealing with this shit. It's fucking stupid shit. You know, it was like busting my ass, like people's ass cracks, 20 patients a day, and they're taking money out of my paycheck, like extra money.
Yeah, bitch, you're in California. Get the fuck out of California. Florida got no state tax. Come on down.
Oh. You know, I get told I'm gonna get a bonus for seeing the most patients, and then she gaslights me and says she never said that.
I would say you got to play the game, man, and just word it a certain way and see. Settle for the gift card, man. See if you can get that gift card.
I'm making less money now than I did when I started because I negotiated health insurance to be paid for, and then they just started charging me for health insurance. And when I told them, you know, hey, I negotiated this like to be included, they're like, oh well, if we do that for you, we'd have to do it for everybody, and everybody has to be the same, right? And I'm like, no, like my contract's my contract. But it was basically it's too bad, so sad, tough. So you're just gonna see more patients and make less money.
Okay, did you get the contract in writing? If you have the contract in writing, you got to go to HR and make them stick to it. If you don't have it in writing, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do. Better luck next time, and you'll remember to get it in writing next time. Not trying to be mean or anything, but that's the real reality of what you could do.
$100 a month taken out of my paycheck for health insurance that I was supposed to get. Like they were supposed to pay for that. I negotiate. It's in my contract. But that's like $6,000 a year less money that I'm making for stupid health insurance that I negotiated before I picked this job. It's like, okay, well, I'll just find a new job. I'll just move to a new apartment. I'll just find a new boyfriend. I'll just get a new job. Just make new friends. Like, just keep on
that's what you got to do.
keep on doing it. Just keep on doing it, Aphrodite. Just keep on trucking. Just keep cleaning that apartment. Just keep on doing the laundry.
Yeah, what man's gonna be with you? You can't even clean the house. My wife cleans the house. I come home, the house is clean, man. I'm out there working, making the money. I come home, she's got the shit clean, man. Obviously, the kids tear it up. You know, I come in, it's not like fucking spotless, but once the kids go to bed and everything, the shit's clean. You want to be a woman a man would marry and possibly have kids with. That's the woman's role in the house, whether you like it or not.
Shout out housewives.
Right. All the housewives, man. It's worse than a full-time job. It's like all day, every day, 24/7 job. It's not like you're just sitting at home watching fucking soap operas, especially if you got kids.
Pay those bills.
Aphrodite is going through it, man. Shout out to Aphrodite, man. We'll put her PayPal on the screen. Everyone send Aphrodite a blessing.
But it's funny though, because he definitely is not as awake as he's not awake. He's not pretty much everybody in California is super liberal, and they don't care. They don't care who the candidate is, just as it's not lump with a T lump. They don't care.
You can't say Trump
and
in
they still think
California.
voting counts. They still think
you can't even say Trump in California, I guess. So he's a normie. He's completely fucking blue-pilled. She's wondering why it didn't work out.
Yeah, you don't want him if he might have a boyfriend if he's a normie.
Yeah, if he believes all this shit is real and you're already past that, it's not gonna work.
Oh, P. Diddy, like he's weird. Like he's he like has like dungeons.
Whoops.
When I brought up, oh, P. Diddy, like he's weird. Like he like has like dungeons and like ours people. When I told that to my boyfriend, he's like, no, P. Diddy, he's a great guy. Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist. And like literally like a week after all this news came out about how he's like R-ing everybody and is like this horrible, horrible person. He's like, how'd you know? Like, because it's been like common knowledge for people who want to know, but most people don't want to know. They want to just eat what's fed to them and say, thank you, thanks for the news.
Damn, he didn't even know. Did he? He didn't even know. Did he?
I'm hoping for a collapse.
Did he not? Does he not know most blacks are undercover brothers? Does he not know that?
Ooh, city of brotherly love because they're loving on them other brothers.
That's right.
But the way things go is that things never quite collapse.
Okay, I think this might be the arc. She's gonna start her new story arc where she gets the face filler and all. What do you call that shit? The needle shit, the anti-wrinkle shit. What do you call it? This is gonna be her new arc. She's gonna get the face
Botox.
fillers and yeah, Botox. She's gonna get her Aphrodite's next story arc is face filler, Botox, and breast implants and everything. She's in California. You got to keep up with the Joneses out there.
They just keep on ebbing on, same old, extracting our loosh. Somebody recently made a video over the live stream I did with Devin Maggi, and where he was at my house, and this guy put lizard faces over me and Devin's face and said that we're lizard clones. I'm like, okay, that's a new one.
Okay, that's the type of guy you need to find, Aphrodite. You need to find that guy to be with.
That sounds like her soulmate.
Yeah, exactly. You don't need one of these normie white dudes for Trump or white dudes for Kamala. You don't need that dude. The lizard people guy. That's what you need. Just ask him on the first date, like, hey, David Icke? If they don't know who you're talking about, you just move on.
Just to throw this out there, Grant, man. Grant, I don't think Grant's all fucking lizard people, but I heard him out there before. Grant's a good dude. Shout out Grant.
Who's Grant?
He's just a chatter.
Oh, in the chat.
He says he's looking for a girlfriend. He's a good dude.
Yeah, Grant. We got Big Drink T. We got all the simps lined up for Aphrodite.
Oh, we need to have a dating special for her.
Yeah, you could have a speed date. This is perfect. Speed dating for YouTube. We'll set it up. The guys come meet you. It'll be like those The Bachelor, right?
$5 dono to get on panel to talk to her.
Yeah, these guys can
raiser.
come on. They can make a play for you, and you can ask them questions and who you're most compatible with, and they can take you out.
Love it.
You gotta clean your apartment first though before they come pick you up.
Pansexual. I'm like, what about me is pansexual? And he's like, well, obviously you can see from the fact that you're a lizard that you're pansexual. I'm like, what? Like, I think you're confused. And I don't even know if it was like AI or an actual person that I was talking to, because their whole channel was, had maybe a handful of videos of other people's videos calling them lizards.
Yeah, that's a real person. That's the average truther enjoyer right there for sure.
All right, I know you guys have been commenting, and I've been ignoring the comments. So let's go back in time. I'm like so emotional, but I'm not like I've like cried it all out. Like I'm like way more. I don't know. It's dumb. I'm dumbfounded. Like I'm just like, what just happened? I like we were going to Hawaii. Like I have red roses on my dresser from the last.
Okay, again, I think what happened is you missed some red flags along the way. You were so into the emotion of it, as Ben was saying. I doubt this guy just woke up one day out of the blue and just said, that's it. He's probably been kind of slowly trying to keep you away a little bit. There's been at least clues that you should have been able to pick up on.
Last time I saw you, which was like a week ago.
We're here for you, Aphrodite.
Hey, everybody. Hi, Manny. Amber. Hi, Amber. He dumped you before you could dump him like Dimitri. Like, light. He doesn't know. Crying, drinking cat lady wants to puke. Okay. That's not really nice. Mindful exposure says, I'm sorry, sweetie. It's okay to be confused. This will sort itself out and show a path. Yeah, Apollo was like, oh, you're going to thank me. You're going to thank me in the future for me doing this now and not waiting till after Hawaii. And it's like, if you felt this way, if you felt, you never said anything, like he kept it's like, obviously something kept you coming every weekend. And sometimes in the middle of the week, keeps
to clap them cheeks. That's why he's coming.
Every weekend since the beginning of February.
Because you're dropping it on him. Of course he's going to come back for more.
Been together. And it's just that time he had with his friends where he could like,
oh man, did you see the Sanpaku eyes?
Shit talk. Been together.
Hold on, we got to go back there.
And it's just that time he had.
The three whites of the eye, the Sanpaku eyes. That means they want control over you right there. Sanpaku eyes. Learn it, gentlemen. When you see those eyes, you got to run. The three whites of the eyes. They want control over you. Right here. Whites below the iris only. The top one, stress in life somewhere. Depth perception and peripheral vision off. Accident prone. Whites showing below the iris. So that was with one eye only. Below one iris only. Both below the iris. A lot of pressure. Be aware of the situation. These eyes want to unload. That third one there in the middle. Whites below the eyes. Half of the iris visible. Be very cautious. Extreme pressure. These eyes are hiding something. Whites below. Half of the iris showing. And glassy-eyed. Don't walk, run away. These eyes have psychotic tendencies. Three whites visible on the top. This is the eyes of a psychopathic killer. These eyes want to gain power over you. Learn that, gentlemen. Right there. Bam.
I think that one said walk, don't run, didn't it? Or I mean, run, don't walk.
Yeah, run, don't walk. Yeah. That Palu dude, whatever. He said, "Shit, I'm out, bro." He said, I'm gonna head out."
With his friends where he could like shit talk me or like, oh yeah, she's really needy. She expects me to text her every day, you know. And this is somebody that called me a girlfriend first. Like, Amber says he maybe watched all your videos and didn't want Starfire to get dumped like Dimitri. Okay. All right, Amber is on a roll. Eric W says, call Ben, he'll be your rebound. I don't know if I can pull Ben away from Grace.
Oh yeah, it was Ben Thorpe. She said, "I don't know if I could get him away
Ben
from
is so
Grace."
slovenly, like gross. Hi UFO Mark, what's up? Steven says he didn't get his regular dose of Starfire detox and blood mix. Yeah, basically, he didn't get his like ambrosia from me, and
what?
You know, then
Hold
he
on.
has like, it's just fucking, and it's so dumb because he's get his like ambrosia to Starfire detox. Hi UFO Mark, what's up? Steven says he didn't get his regular dose of Starfire detox and blood mix. Yeah, basically,
She's like, yeah,
he didn't get his like ambrosia from me, and you know, then he has like,
yeah, that's not how it works. He's either into you or he's not. He might have been into you at first, and he was kicking the tires on you, trying you out, and he decided, yeah, I'm not going to stretch this out anymore. It's not, I don't see this working out. In my opinion, it sounds like he did the right thing.
and it's so dumb because he's happy with me, like he's
Obviously
we really
not.
enjoy our time together. And it's just, you know, he's like getting all stressed out about work and letting his anxiety overtake things, and like this Mexico trip fucked him up. And it's like I'm the whipping boy. I'm the one that's the lowest on the priority list that gets pushed off. Peyton, hi Peyton, says no matter what, we are here for you. Thank you.
Oh, Robin's mad. What's the point of this?
Red Dawn says maybe his ex is stalking.
I'm trying to give her the friend that she doesn't have in her life that would have told her these things before it led up to this. She doesn't, seems to me, I don't know her. Seems to me she doesn't have someone that's going to give her these hard truths where she could have saw, you know, that potential red flags that were popping up.
I think this is coming from like a brother's perspective. It's not.
Yeah,
like
I'm not trying to like bad when she gets really emotional and starts crying, because I'm not trying to like exploit her emotions. Definitely not. And I said I was gonna pray for her, and I mean it, and I'm not being facetious at all.
She had to hop on panel sometime though. I know she's watching, man.
Yeah, come on up, Aphrodite. We know you're out there.
She's different, but she's a good lady.
Yeah, she's funny. 100 times more entertaining than Sanity Machine.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Lisa Rose says he wasn't serious if he didn't want you to go to Mexico. I know it sucks, but find someone who knows your worth, preferably someone 10 plus years older than you. Yeah. That's good advice. The thing about Paulo and I is we're the exact same age. Like he was born a couple weeks before me. So we were.
Is she saying Apollo or Paulo? Like Paulo, or Apollo, like the god
Sounds
Apollo?
like Apollo.
I thought she was saying Paulo at first, but now it does sound like Apollo. So she's Aphrodite and he's Apollo. Is this real?
He's Apollo, the god of lightning, and then she's talking about a Hawaii trip like Obama. I get it.
And she's Aphrodite, the goddess of whatever. What is it? The goddess of beauty or whatever it is.
Fucking Medusa.
Both Sagittarius.
Yeah.
We both had like the same hairstyle, same height. We're like the same height. So
hold on.
Both Sagittarius. Paulo and I were the exact same age. Like he was born a couple weeks before me. So we were both Sagittarius. We both had like the same hairstyle, same height. We're like the same height. So I couldn't wear high heels around him. But
We have the same birthday almost. We look the same. We have the same haircut. It's like I'm looking in the mirror. I love myself. Like I'm dating myself. Damn.
yeah. We like the same things. We like to party. Like we're super Sagittarius. Like it's just such a waste. It's just like why you just like throw something so good away. Knuckles says 4 years older or 4 years younger for best compatibility. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are the love bombers? Set up your boundaries.
Jordan Peterson fan.
Michael says no, not sad. Starfire. Yeah. Amber, are you Steven Sanity machine. Eric says
Probably.
Ben will treat you like a queen. I doubt it.
Sandy Machine has all the sock accounts. Yeah, the chat in there sounds like they're trying to hook her up with Ben Thorpe.
I think I have so many trolls. Eric says gift card to Sizzler. Yeah, right. I know, right? Here's a $5 gift card for Starbucks for seeing 100 patients a week, 400 patients a month. Here's a. No, I'm not even gonna get that though. When I asked her about it, she's like, I was possibly, maybe, potentially thinking about maybe giving somebody a gift card. It wasn't like, oh yeah, I was gonna give you a gift card. No, I'm never gonna get anything. I'm not gonna get jack shit. Fellow Montu says you're better off. Steven says it's not gaslighting, it's sliding, goddess. Adrian says, hey girl, hope you're okay. I've missed you. Thanks. But yeah, I've definitely been more entrenched in like the Matrix life.
She's Matrix maxing. Well, I guess that's it. What does she just
time to
read
get
the
drunk at the bar and
comments?
find a real man. You know, you gonna come visit me, Big Drink Tea?
Hey, she invited Big Drink Tea out there. Ride that bike out the shore, all about that distilled water, Big Drink Tea. Let her know what she's missing in her life.
You are wrong. OC loves Trump. Yeah, that's the only place that loves Trump in California. Amber.
Look at this cat. That cat is there for her, man.
Says, Kim, you don't need no dating apps. Don't be silly here, babe. Thanks. I know, like, Paul that made me feel that way. You tell me how beautiful I am and you know how good I look.
That cat is the real one, man.
Warrior Goddess says he has money and was letting you walk around with an old phone all this time. The universe did you a favor getting rid of that termite. Quentin says, sorry, I see you're really hurting. Gotta be real with you though. Pyramid 7 says, keep your chin up and try to stay positive. Thank you.
Yeah, good comments from the chat to her. Not much you can do at that point, even though it sucks.
Rando says, oh, darling, I know.
She'll bounce back.
Tomorrow is a whole new opportunity. I was just like fighting not to cry all day at work. And
Look
he
at
would
that
text
cat.
me,
That
he's
cat
like,
wants
"Did you
that
sleep
screen
last
time.
night? Are you okay?" Like, no, I'm not okay.
The cat looks smug. Smug little
Brenda
kitty.
says, oh, darling, give it time. You'll be fine.
I guess that's it, man.
Or like believe what the news says and, you know, believe there's like Republicans and Democrats fighting against like people who believe that. I lost my train of thought. Oh, they don't watch YouTube. A lot of people, like normie people, they don't watch YouTube. They don't like go to YouTube to find content. They're watching TV. They're watching their like movie apps, Netflix, Max, whatever. They're not going to YouTube to watch entertainment or to look for things. Like they see people that look at YouTube as like weird, or they're like on Facebook or something. They're not on YouTube.
Those are the weird people.
Yeah, so he's a white dudes for Kamala on Facebook. You dodged a bullet, Aphrodite.
Yeah, you got dumped out of the blue. He's from the blue party, and when you're blue, you're sad. They're not happy people.
Yep. It would have ended badly later. Better now than later. She was banging Apollo on the weekends. Yeah, Narniac, we're all here on YouTube. We're the weirdos of society, I guess. Yeah, I feel for her. I mean, if you're really into the dude and he just dumps you out of nowhere, that sucks, dude. Everyone loves the cat. If anyone can, man, rather than send any donations to me and my large family, feel free to send them over to Aphrodite Rose Starfire on PayPal. Oh, EBT found him. EBT is live truthing right now. His name is Paolo, whatever. Y'all believe this sodomite right here? Bam. Hermoso. Damn, hermaphrodite. Is he a hermaphrodite? Does she have the videos of the when I wonder if she took them down already? She had videos of those guys like out in public together, and he never wanted to be on the videos, it seemed like. Yeah, I think she took them down. Or were they? Maybe they were lives. Oh yeah, right here. They got a new Alien movie.
Hadn't seen it.
Peyton Samuel says, "Hey, beautiful, heart."
I'm jealous.
I'll find a picture of the dude so we can. You guys see this guy? You guys see this ambulance chaser? Yeah, Aphrodite, don't a Jew lawyer, a Jew liar. Here he is. That's what he's doing right now, watching her video. That face. He looks like a man. Look, he looks small. Lots of chest hair. His chest hair is like a phoenix. You guys see that? He's got a phoenix. Yeah, he was probably actually Aphrodite. He was probably actually like a government handler. He was just there. He was there to deprogram the Aphrodite robot clone. That's why you thought you went through a timeline shift. This guy came and reversed your circuitry in your robot. Okay, EBT says that's the wrong guy he found. So he said that's definitely an it's definitely an Apollo. Damn. Rise of the Phoenix and her starfire. Tranquil Vortex might have found him. Check that one, EBT. Let's look him up. Fuck it. Let's look him up. We're here. Paolo de. See if I can find this guy. Hold on. We're gonna call him up. Let's call him up. Oh, is this him? Yeah, that's him, isn't it?
Looks like it.
That's him, man. Let's see what he does. He's a trademark applications that represents clients before the Trademark Trial and Appeal Board. He's a strong advocate for robust intellectual property protection, although he zealously defends his clients against trademark over-policing and other bad faith enforcement tactics. He also believes that trademark clearance is essential to long-term success of a trademark and encourages his clients to search for conflicting marks prior to adopting them. See, look at, he's wearing the blue suit, the blue tie, the blue eyes.
From the blue state.
Agent. Blue state. He's an agent. He's a blue blood.
Shit.
Prior to joining the firm, Paolo served as a judicial extern to the Honorable Consuelo B. Marshall of the United States District Court for the Central District of California. He also held 4 positions at large entertainment companies, including Universal Music Group and Fox Entertainment Group. Okay, this guy's definitely a glowy.
He's down with Diddy. That's why he's like, no, Diddy's cool.
Yeah, this is a glowy. This is a handler assigned to you.
Glows in the dark.
He's a Brazilian American. He speaks fluent Portuguese and conversational Spanish. He is accustomed to counseling clients in Asia, Europe, and South America, and his clients have come to rely on his exceptional communication skills and expertise in international law. Loyola Law School, University of
Asia
South
doesn't
California.
even believe in trademarks, though.
What's that?
I was just saying,
What?
Asia doesn't even believe in trademarks, though. I
Oh,
don't know if
Asia?
anybody's familiar with that. They will bring up, they'll do the same logo, and they'll change one letter in the name and just be like, yep, that's what we're selling. It's the exact same thing.
Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Let's see. Oh, this is LinkedIn. Let's go here. Attorney at Wolf Rifkin. Is he?
Oh.
Let's see this guy. Oh, man, that's all the best I got. Real Jewy looking guy, for sure. I can see that guy being a snaky lawyer. I'd probably I hire my lawyers based on how Jewy they look. So I probably would hire this guy, actually. He's passing the Jew vibe test. Look at it. Blue again. This is a totally different picture. Blue suit, blue tie. I'm blue. I don't have a LinkedIn to look at this shit, so.
I ought to get it. Yeah, I ought to get his birthday there. I got it.
Is this him here on IMDb?
Ah,
Is this the same guy? There's no pictures, so if this is him, he's been in movies. Definite agent of the system, Aphrodite. Come on, man. They caught you slipping. They got you in the Matrix for like a couple months, and they already caught you slipping like that?
yeah, you got infiltrated. You're lucky.
Easily, man. Oh, this isn't him, no. I'm going to do a deep dive on this guy. Paolo.
Deep dive into the blue.
Yep. The deep blue sea. Gotta be more pictures of this guy. Look at these slimy lawyers that he hangs around with all day. You don't want to be around that.
Money means nothing. As long as you can pay your bills, that's it. That's it.
Another Jesuit handler, he says. He went to Loyola.
Ah.
Slimy. Oh, shit. The Epstein colors, Beholder says. Yeah, he's rocking the Epstein temple colors. This is the most recent boyfriend that just dumped her in her video today. Greaseball. Slimy as fuck. Bro is robust, whatever that means, CB said. Yeah, can we leave a voicemail? He needs to know she has. Yeah, can we call him? Does he have a number? I'll call him. Is there a number here? It's like a. Let's see. Can we call him? Is it for him or is it just going right to the firm? Let's call him up.
Thank you for calling Patel and Almeida. If you know your party's extension, please dial it now. Or you may press the star key to dial by last name. You may also press 0 for the operator. By using the keys on your touch-tone phone, please enter the first or last name of the party you wish to reach. Press star at any time to return to the main menu.
Damn, is this like old school texting? I gotta press it like A-L-M.
Transferring to
Paulo D. Almeida. Paulo D. Almeida
is not available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone. Press the pound key to end recording.
Hey, Paulo, I would like to get in contact with you. I'm looking to trademark a substance that I call Starfire. I need to know what I need to do. And if I was told you have some firsthand experience and knowledge about this Starfire manufacturing process, please give me a call back at your earliest convenience. I would appreciate that. Thank you. Goodbye. I didn't know what else to say. Sorry. I was on the spot there. He's going to be like, what the fuck? Yeah, this guy, his name and anagram for his name is a male idea upload. He ain't real, just a DARPA implant memory. Aphrodite, you are the Aphrodite robot now. Your consciousness has been transferred into the robot exclusively that they made of you. You're somewhere in a pod somewhere. You're not even outside. You're not working. None of this is happening. These are implants. Damn. He does look greasy, though. Now you guys can all call that number. Let's leave him like 100 voicemails. Look at this guy. Good job finding him, Nana. Crazy. Crazy. What's an ass penny? I don't know what that is. Used car sales machine. Damn. I've seen Carlito's Way, but it's been so long. It's one of the few movies I've actually seen. Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, we got to the bottom of that. Hopefully, Aphrodite, you can take some of the advice we've given you. We'll take a quick spin through the tweeter and then probably shut it down if no one else is coming on up. What is it?
Real
This
quick,
is the-
just real quick, just
No,
to recap, the best advice is just keep doing you. Keep doing you, Aphrodite. Shit will fall in place. Just focus on yourself. Keep being healthy. Stay clean. That's the best option.
Yeah, it gets hard, man, but focus your negative energy on that cleaning. Clean that house. Once your house is clean, you'll feel a lot better when you're sitting there in that clean environment. And, you don't have those chores backlogged in your brain and everything. It's going to give you a lot more relief, I think, and you'll just be able to kind of relax better once all those little bullshit chores are done. Senator John Fetterman randomly started shouting at Kamala Harris Philly rally while calling Donald Trump and JD Vance weird.
Moving our country forward with Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. Or a couple of really weird dudes.
This guy never wear a suit, and I saw a meme that when Netanyahu showed up, he was there in a suit, and it said, "To see who rolls over you is to see who Fetterman dresses up for." The one and only time I've seen the dude in a suit.
And look, I gotta tell you, I work with JD Vance. I do. And I'm here to confirm that he is a seriously weird dude.
Damn, that's all these guys can say is weird.
Dude, I find it hilarious too because I'm not whatever, but I went on whoever's panel like 3 weeks ago and I said, that shit's weird. That's weird. That's weird. And that's fucking been in the media ever since. They are the fucking, what did Eminem had a rap song a couple of years ago? It's the age of the weird. It's disgusting. Everything about everything is gaslighting people, like you've said before, to do something and nothing's going to happen. That's why I posted this in your chat earlier. I loved your opinion. I probably think that, that Kamala will win, but I think it would be way better for their agenda to have Trump win, have it be close, and then because the right won't do anything, the left will be in the streets burning shit. And I loved your take on that. I thought it was a good take. The right's not going to, even if he blatantly wins, which he would blatantly win right now. She wasn't selected as the delegate. It would be a lot, like you said a week or something ago. It'll do a lot better for their purpose to have Trump win because the left would go in the street and have those agent provocateurs and destroy America again, all over.
I do think even if that is the case, and I do agree the left would definitely go out. We've seen before they're chomping at the bit to go out on the drop of a dime. That I think this time maybe that the right is emboldened enough to go try to stamp them out this time. Maybe
you would hope.
Trump told him to fight. So maybe if he gets in, then the left goes out rioting, and maybe the right would finally hit the streets with some guns and try to drive him back. So this is what's happening here right now in this video I'm showing in the UK. It says The police deliberately here guided far left protesters towards those they deemed far right by the government, purposely to spark conflict. So
yeah,
I didn't really see what happened.
And you know who just?
We don't need.
I was just gonna say, you know who just bought London's biggest airport?
Who?
The Sheiks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Islamunism. It's the merger of Islam and communism. Islam is 100% against everything that's, their allegedly their ideology is 100% against everything that's going on. That's why they're pushing it to destabilize our society, to destroy our way of life and our morals and everything else, and bring in what they have.
Wasn't that the Albert Pike prediction for the Third World War?
Yeah, morals and dogma. All you have to do is get rid of people's morals and their religious dogma, and then everything else falls in place. And that's what we're having. It's the third age. It's the new age, but the new age is really just the old age, and they just still deny God. There's nothing new under the sun. They've always hated God. They've always been of their father, the devil.
Facts.
Good evening. Good evening.
Look how weird this dude is. Weird. I hate using that word again, but what a fucking weirdo. He just can't control himself with that crowd there.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, these people are fucking bizarre, dude.
And a bazaar was a Middle Eastern market in the old times.
Okay, here we go. Look at posted racist comment on Facebook in the UK. This guy got 15 weeks in jail on the left. Middle guy sold anti-immigration stickers, 24 months in prison. Damn. Sexually assaulted a 12-year-old, 180 hours community service, no prison time. Damn.
Post some
Elon
names
Musk.
for some vigilante justice.
Elon Musk tweeted this out and says, "Is this accurate?" He's definitely like almost on purpose, like an agent provocateur, because he's the one promoting all this shit on here too. He's not afraid to like bring this shit out.
Oh yeah, his musk smells terrible.
Let's see it here. Readers add context. Yeah, it says the 15 weeks is right. This guy was jailed. Yeah, it basically says they confirm that it's true. This is true. These little like fact checkers right on X here, they're all pretty legitimate. The ones that I've looked into, I haven't seen anywhere it's like intentionally like using weird words to say something's fake when it's not. Okay, this one I saw earlier. It's just some nobody lady saying that they delivered a container to the illegal migrants in the UK that had guns in it. But there's no way to substantiate that.
But why is she wearing a hijab?
Well, she's with them.
Oh, okay. So she's actually part of the agenda because the open.
Well, she's like, yeah, she's a moderate Muslim. They said
it's just Islamization of the West. Is that's all open borders is. That's all it's ever been. And Trump's birthday was the day of the what's it called, to Mecca, the pilgrimage.
Trump's birthday.
Yeah, was the day that pilgrimage to Mecca started. And what is America's called?
His birthday is also World Flag Day.
Pilgrims. Oh, sorry.
Trump's birthday is also World Flag Day.
Yeah.
I would say
This is Walz's wife right here.
those first days, when there were riots, I could smell the burning tires. And that was a very real thing. And I kept the windows open for as long as I could because I felt like that was such a touchstone of what was happening.
Huh?
What?
Your own husband allowed these riots to happen, and so you let the tires open and was like, smell Satan breathing in through these windows as the world burns.
Yeah.
The first time was a flood. They mocked God with their fucking rainbow bullshit, and now it's gonna be
Yeah, that's a very weird thing to say.
Madam Speaker, the President of the United States.
No, idea what they did. Just don't let it.
The day is long. The night is young.
What is with her fucking neck? Was it just showing these guys seething or whatever? Yeah, whatever. I'm over that. It's kind of funny.
It's all theatrics, and soon it's going to be exit stage left.
Yo. What the fuck was that? What happened? Yeah, that's some Final Destination shit for sure. It says this lawyer in California wasn't having it. Policeman got a complaint, probably from some Trump haters, and came to take this guy on. It didn't go well. This guy knew his constitutional rights.
No rights. Get the cops over here. Trying to take away my right to express myself. Get the fuck out of here. Now, all of the officers that need to stay right here, I got no problem. I have been. Get your totalitarian fascist ass away from me!
Trump tards, man.
Are the worst. Nope.
Whoa. Yeah, damn, that thing was trying to get him. I mean, I wouldn't say Trump tards are a little bit better than liberals. I don't know, though.
I would just say they're way better. They've just been deceived because you have the right and correct thing to do, and then you have what's left. The left hand is sinister. It's not the proper thing to do. It's nobody wants fucking leftovers. And so these people identify because he says the right thing. He doesn't stand by that. He's deceiving the fuck out of people. But who would not identify with that? Who doesn't want a strong country? Who doesn't want to give all your money away to illegal immigrants that are here, not on lawful purposes? They're not bringing their families. They're military-aged men, like Benton said. Shout out Benton. I like Benton. Truth's going to be the new currency.
You heard it here. It says, here's the real Tim Walz. It says, it looks like he's raging.
Cut it! Say that. I said there are people that think Greater Minnesota is rocks and cows, and they are wrong because it is so much more than that. Well, why would they cut it? Say that. I said there are people that think Greater Minnesota.
He's just in some constituent's face, basically. Kamala word salad. Seen it enough.
I think everybody's known for 20 years that Minnesota's been taken over by the Middle East.
It definitely has. There's no doubt about it. All the Muslims, all the Somalians.
Which are Muslim.
Yes.
And then you've heard the term BFE.
What's that?
But fuck Egypt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Egypt's 85% Muslim. Maybe that's why they cover their face. It's QAnon. They're Q, as in rainbow, and they want to be anonymous.
They're butt fuckers? Is that what you're saying?
I guess so.
Yeah. Yeah, look at shaking your wife's hand is a totally normal and heterosexual thing to do. He's shaking his wife's hand.
Gay.
What the fuck?
I'll have to find the verse, but it says in the Quran that the eyes are the leather strap of the anus. Whatever the fuck that means. Yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck does that mean?
The fuck did they say? Closeted?
In fact, he says American presidents and presidential candidates are too quick to do the bidding of the Jewish lobby. Surely, Your Majesty, you're not telling me that the Jewish lobby in the United States pulls the strings of the presidency.
Not entirely, but I think even a little too much, even for Israel interests.
You think the Jewish lobby in the United States is too powerful for the interests of Israel?
I think so.
Why, if this is true, why would the President of the United States pay attention to that lobby?
They are strong.
Strong in what sense?
They are controlling many things.
Controlling what?
Newspapers, medias,
Your Majesty.
banks, finances.
You really do believe that the Jewish community in the United States is that powerful? They make the media reflect their view of foreign policy?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Come on, what do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Every single time. It's unbelievable.
I've seen that interview before with that guy. That's the old Shah of Iran. And then he says, hey, man, if you don't believe it, put it in the artificial intelligence and see what a computer says with no emotion.
I haven't seen that. What does it say?
Which one?
You're saying
but
if you don't...
he was saying when that guy was interviewing him, and he was saying, well, the Jews control everything. And the guy was saying he didn't believe him. And then later in the interview, he says, well, put all the information in a computer and run it through an artificial intelligence and see what that says.
Yeah. You know who's controlling you because you can't speak up on them.
So stop fucking recording me, though.
Make my milkshake and chill out.
I'm not making nothing.
You're not making nothing? Dude, you heard how she talked to me? All right.
Inside? I'm not making nothing. You want to stand here? Stand here. We're not serving you.
I'll go back there myself and make a damn milkshake, motherfucker.
I swear to God, shit out of you.
Dude, get the hell out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, I said.
Dude.
Make me, Mr. Sir.
When I hop up this counter and break that camera, you gonna be mad.
Damn. Kids just filming YouTube pranks out here or what?
Yeah. I think a lot of that social media stuff is like drawn to just not have morals for the most part. For the most part.
That's why I'm always... have morals?
Yeah, it is. It's to confront people. I watched one the other day. I watched it this weekend, and this guy's in whatever store, and the lady's fucking, she's being a Karen, but the kid's like 17, and he's kind of mouthing off to her, and she hits him. The kid is like 6'3". He fucking clocks her. She kind of faked it, but it was like 50 years ago. Ain't no fucking, regardless of the age, you're not hitting a woman. She didn't hit you. Fucking chill, bro. I don't know. It's pushing people to buddy at each other's necks. That's why I've laid off. It's not because I'm fucking lame or I'm simping for people. It's because that you're not. People aren't I'm not out here to be enemies with people. If you're not out here fucking talking shit on God or blaspheming the Bible, I don't fucking hate anybody. If you're doing that, man, you're in my scope.
I feel you.
What does it mean? What does all that mean? What does it mean? On my knees. God damn it, Kennedy. Jesus Christ.
That was her gamer tag. See, you got to whoop her little ass right there. All right, man. I guess I'm going to shut it down. No one else coming up. Appreciate you for being here, Smith.
Oh, shit. Thanks for having me on, man. You didn't post that. You said you were going to, though. On your knees, like you're begging for mercy. On your knees, like you're proposing for a marriage. Jesus is the bridegroom. You better beg for mercy. It's not about getting that bag. It's about begging for mercy. And mercy means thankful in French. They're not very thankful over there. And if we make it to 2028, LA is going to be 1,000 times worse. 44 years after the last time it was in LA. The first time that the American won the gold
in Greco-Roman wrestling because Israel means to wrestle with God. There's no wrestling going on. People are either deciding to obey what God has given you or you're not. You're going to do as thou wilt, and that'll be the whole of your law. Not you, I mean people. And that's how it is. It's about your works. Take pride in your works, not like that. You know, if that makes sense. I'm going to drop a video here in a couple days. It might be some rambling. It won't be apophenia. It will be terrible production. It'll be irrefutable. And one last thing. Oh, shit, dude, I'm not even ready. The fuck is my... right here. From the founding of Planned Parenthood, October 16th, 1916, until LeBron's 38th special game. You'd have to look at some of my shit. It'd be fun to review it with a channel sometime. From the founding of Planned Parenthood to LeBron's 38th game, 38,830 days. From Steve Jobs' death until coronavirus, 3,080 days. His name is Jobs, and it's about your works. It's Revelation, a 38th special. It's about your works. Bring forth their fruits, ripe for repentance. Take care, guys. God bless. Love y'all. Christ is King.
Bam. Appreciate you, Smith. Christ is King. I'm going to play you guys out with a song called Demon. Have a good night, y'all. Appreciate your time.
Cause I've been with the is that reason why I just can't give a shit, losing my interest in every aspect of life. Oh, I'm so inconsiderate, turning my back so I can get on track and make the money stack. Blood path of consumption, I don't listen to nothing, been on my own shit ever since I'm a fucking young and I got a bone to pick. Cause they really think this shit funny, but when it's time to die, I bet your stupid ass gonna be running. That's a part of life I live on, hoping that it's still coming. I was bound to be a nut that's got an itch for destruction, hereditary in my blood. All this shit don't mean nothing. We guess rappers think the shit they say gon' phase me or something. I don't understand your language, y'all some sheep and most calling. Every day that I'm alive, I feel my frustrations growing. Spitting the poison in my lyrics, and you know that shit going. Heavy bass up in my sound to leave the masses awoken. Bringing it back one time, been steady on my grind, taking all the fucking time that I need to exceed the beliefs. I'm a creep, no sleep. I'm bringing this heat, that's what y'all want, this what I need. Evil shit I speak, bringing havoc in the streets. To the fucking world bleed, don't mind no one else, but you gon' mind me. Said the body, this face, they dead believe. Check your memory, can the body fuck with me? Go ahead and think you want some shit while slowly down you sink to the darkness of the abyss. They checked off in black ink, sign your death warrant, I'll taste the concrete, bitch.
Ready.